Hello, friends, and welcome to 10 Points Under, where my oh my, how the vegetables have turned. This is Big Bullfrog, and joining me today is a super special guest who I'm really excited to be talking Heroscape with, like one of the giants of the Heroscape community, especially from when I first got into Heroscapers.com. You'll know him from the What's an Order Marker article, also from the original Power Rankings thread. He took it up after Spider Poison, like conceded control, or I don't know how it worked
Yeah,
exactly, but he was able to pick it up though and ran the thread for a good while. This is Jexik. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm excited to sit here and talk about an escape game. I'm kind of new to the online Heroscape thing, but I think I've got an idea of what's going on.
Hopefully so. I mean, I know you're a Heroscape expert, huge. Just again, for people who are watching, if you haven't heard of Jexik before, there will be links to like What's in an Order Marker thread and other threads in the link in the description below. They're awesome. I think What's in the Order Marker is still like the top Heroscape strategy article, and it like dictates so much of what people talk about nowadays. Even though like strategy has changed a little bit, it all falls back on the basics in that thread. So definitely check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I just came back and checked out the site for a bit, and people are doing podcasts and doing this and stuff. It's nice to see the community still, being active and thriving and stuff. So
Yeah, it's a good time for it. It's a small but very dedicated group. So I'm excited to have you
yeah,
be able to jump in on it too. So this will be great. So what we've got today for our game is we've got the finals of the Online Con General Wars tournament. This will be a game between the Vegetarian clan. We've got Vegetarian 18 is over here on the right. He is playing Charos with 3 squads of Greenscale warriors and Syvarris. And then over on the left, he's playing against his dad. We've got VegiesDad playing 2 squads of 4th Massachusetts line, 2 squads of Knights of Weston, Sir Gilbert, and Raelin, the Curie Warrior, Rise of the Valkyrie edition, in case there was any question about that. But looking like a cool game. Just like one army building thing off the top is, if you haven't seen any of these games yet, they do have the smaller amounts of squads because there was a stipulation that you can't have more than 200 points of any common figures in your army, which made for some really cool army building. But other than that, it was just straight General Wars 500 points.
yeah. So looking at these armies, the Ular team picked 180 points worth of Greenscale warriors. They've got 3 squads of them, and 140 each of knights and the 4th mass. They got two squads of each of those, so they're just kind of playing around that. You can't get a 3rd squad because that put you to 210, so they opted for Raelin, which you don't always see in a Valiant build, and I'm excited to see kind of how that plays out.
Yeah, it's a really cool choice to see there.
And also, I mean, it's such a small map here too that like Syvarris, if he wanted to, could shoot from like the first turn.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
that might be a risky play. Because the thing is, I mean, if you follow the whole idea behind, like I classify Syvarris as like a cleanup figure, which means you'd use him at the end of the game,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But again, because this range is so small, he might pick off a few figures to start with Syvarris and then maybe run him away. But you do get up to 4 attacks with your Greenscales and Charos, so I could see him opening with that as well. And that's what I would probably expect, is to open with the Greenscales and just try to get Charos in an advantageous position and beat stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
But Raelin does kind of mess with that. I'm almost interested to see if Raelin might go to one of those little 3 hex sandbars on the side, or 3 high sandbars on the side near her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or could be, I might even put her on the lava in the middle, like not the lava, obviously not the molten lava, but even like on one of those, that height 4 lava, because if your opponent's going to be attacking Raelin, it's going to take a few turns worth of attacks to take her down.
Mm-hmm.
And, the lava field, it sounds like, oh, I don't want to put my guys on lava, but it's going to take 10 rounds on average to kill Raelin by lava. So
Right, yeah, exactly.
So last I checked, Heroscape games usually aren't that long in a tournament unless you're down to the last few figures. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't be surprised to see an aggressive Raelin placement here. Although where she is, she can protect most of your starting zone. But again, because the Ular team doesn't have much range, I don't expect the starting zone to really be in danger unless he moves Syvarris right away.
Right, yeah.
So what I would kind of expect is an early like move Raelin out sometime in the first round and start the knights up, because the knights with Gilbert you can kind of do a lot of extra movements. You can maybe kind of shift your fourth mass line behind as you move the knights as well, and expect the knights to just kind of take out as many Greenscales as you can, and then let the range of the fourth mass take out Charos, because you don't really want to fight into Counter-Strike on this map, I don't think. Although with Sir Gilbert, he also has the attack bonus. So if we can get some good attacks with Gilbert's attack bonus on the dragon, I expect him to do that too. So I don't know. I very rarely do see Raelin with these guys. I was getting a debate recently saying that I think knights don't mind having Raelin. Their argument was they always just want another squad of knights, but in this tournament you can't do that. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see Raelin. And if they kill Raelin, your fourth mass become full valiant, and they go from 2 defense to 3 base. So I would expect him to try to get his Raelin killed, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Put her in an advantageous position that really affects the board, and on a map this small, she can really affect a pretty big area. Like I was saying, if you pick one of those 4 height lava field spots, you can really affect a pretty big area.
Yeah, that's like such a huge, especially with no line of sight blockers to impede anything. That's such a big part of the map.
So, as far as these glyphs are kind of hard to get to, although with Sir Gilbert, something you might look for is like you can do like a Jandar's dispatch into the water, and then use your normal move to get up to take the glyph. That's like a fun trick with Sir Gilbert. Out of these 2 glyphs, I would guess that maybe just Wenok is one that they would go for. The initiative one might not be worth it unless people can time it for an initiative switch. With these melee armies, an initiative switch can be pretty good. Well, that's where if you lose initiative the one round and then win it the next, so that might be when you see somebody go for it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But overall, I mean, I haven't said who I think would win. I would probably give it to the Jandar team, because that's just, I mean, if you go by power rankings and stuff, it's just solid units. But I know Vegie's a good player, so I expect this to be a good match. Even though I would probably expect the Jandar team to win.
Yeah, this will definitely be a good match. Veggie's a really good player. VegiesDad is also like really good. I feel like I don't know, with the current Gen Con group, I know a lot of them practice with their dads, like Vegie with his dad, or Cliff Armory one with his dad. And I feel like they talk often about getting whipped by their dad. So
yeah.
So it's good to know that parents can still put their kids in their place. Yeah, I think that's an awesome analysis to get started with. And so I'll go ahead and just kick off the video really quick, and we'll see how they start to develop. Raelin, Knights, fourth.
Oh, he did put a couple on Syvarris, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, he is opening with Syvarris and shooting at Raelin. I thought that was a possibility.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that...
So he got 1 wound on her. Ooh, 3 skulls.
Wow, yeah.
They already got 3 wounds on her in the first round.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that kind of took me by surprise, but like I said, because she was in the start zone and low, I could see him doing that. For sure.
Yeah, and with 9 range right there, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, this map is so small. Like back when like you'd see more Vidar ranged armies, you could see that happening too.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
6 shields and 1 symbol. So you got one roll on his knights.
That hurts with this start.
So you see him. Yeah, you see him developing the 4th mass with the Jandar's dispatch, and then he's gonna move some knights. But yeah, he might lose Raelin this round or this next turn, because I don't think he left. I don't think he's gonna. Looks like there was 2 order markers. I'm guessing the next one's on Syvarris too.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense. And I mean, like, if it's not, he's going to be kicking himself in retrospect. But
yeah, and he already put him on lava, so I might see him getting him off the lava and maybe moving further to the right there, and seeing if he can still take a shot across.
Okay. Greenscales.
Oh,
interesting.
I'm wrong again.
But that still does leave 1 on Syvarris and 1 on Greenscales. So I could see, like, maybe a number 3 on Syvarris.
Yeah,
to do
maybe
that
he just wants to start getting But again, you see him putting a hero on the lava, because the height advantage is more important for your heroes than the off chance you take lava damage, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and especially with, I mean, like you said, 10 turns to kill Raelin. It's gonna be like 18 turns to kill Charos.
So he's second order markers on knights for VegiesDad.
Gonna stay there. Interesting that
Three symbols. So he's gonna get to move a lot of guys, pretty far.
Nice. I will say I love the Jandar's dispatch with fourth. I think that's something that you don't see a ton because it's not, the most efficient build ever. But being able to move them and then wait then fire.
Yeah, I mean it was a common build around when I used to play. In like the Iowa scene, the Iowa and Minnesota scene, it would show up. People would run like 2 squads of knights with 3 or 4 squads of mass.
Oh, that's cool. And then he's
and Sir Gilbert, yeah.
Do the knights just become like defenders in that?
Yeah, they'd be more of a screen.
Okay.
Yeah, and use a dispatch to move up your 4th mass, and then you don't mind as much then if Sir Gilbert does die. You can kind of be more aggressive with him than you normally would be.
That's true.
Oh, so order marker 3 is on Syvarris. So he decided not to attack the dragon. He's just kind of developing more and leaving everything in Raelin's aura.
And there she goes.
There she goes. Yeah. So he didn't move. He left him on lava. But again, like we said, heroes on lava isn't the worst thing ever. Because it takes a while for them to die that way.
Right. Yeah, I think that's actually something that I usually encourage new players to, because I mean, I'm lucky enough that I get to play with new players pretty often actually, and I'll tell them a lot just leave heroes on lava because the height, especially right here, the height advantage, the extra defense die, I guess, is worth it for 3 turns and then just a 50% out of wound once.
So VegiesDad opted not to move his Raelin at all in the first round. What I might have done is done my first order marker on her and moved up to height, but but that's not what happened. But with how much wounds she took on the first turn, it's probably the right call in hindsight to not. Oh, he's wait and firing now. It looks like.
Yeah, let's see.
And that's made possible. Because of the dispatch.
That's 2 wounds in the first round, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And a wound on Civ for lava.
From the lava. Okay. So this could be a good. I mean, he's nowhere near the initiative glyph, but if VegiesDad wins the initiative here, it could really turn things around for the knights, and he might be able to get some good attacks on. Like if you put Sir Gilbert to the middle of that 7 hexer, and then so if Gilbert goes there, you can kind of get 2 good attacks off with knights.
Yeah, I like that.
That might be what I'd expect him to do, but again, I've been wrong a couple times already, so we'll see what. But if that doesn't happen, but if the Greenscales win initiative, they're just going to plow right through.
Right, this is interesting positioning here because Charos can just come right there. So, order marker 1 on Syvarris though. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Maybe he's going to try to take out Sir Gilbert. Oh, he's kind of running back.
Maybe trying to string out figures.
And maybe just to save him for later. Get him off the lava, save him for later.
That makes sense.
Because like I said, he's a good cleanup figure. If it's down to just 1.5 squads of stuff, Syvarris can run the table then. So.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I mean, and using this huge range to just pick off 4th is really, really nice.
Oh, that's a good block there.
Yeah. Looks like a bit more aggressive with Gilbert, but...
Yeah, he's engaging. But again, like we kind of said, you can be more aggressive with Gilbert when you only have 2 squads of knights, He's probably thinking, lock him in place there.
Right, yeah, because I'm sure he doesn't want Charos to, push this area very much at all right now with how things are going.
And the movement I said he might not have been able to get to unless he got a decent dispatch roll. So he could also just be trying to play the odds here. And again, he's using the dispatch to develop the 4th mass, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean he already won. He already won 4 games with this, so I'm sure he's got good practice with how he likes to run it.
Right. Yeah.
And again, it's probably better to shoot at the dragon with the fourth mass than the knights. But then you kind of think, well, why don't you just take a tournament all with the mass, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting balancing act that he's going for right now. I mean, like personally, I might be going more heavy into fourth, but also like with Syvarris there, it's risky because he can pick off the fourth while they're shooting. It's okay. I do like this actually, going around for the green
Get
scale.
some Greenscales, yeah. I probably would have tried to get some boosted attacks, but that's just on the dragon with Sir Gilbert. But again, we were talking about how it's not that good to be on lava with squad figures. So
Mm-hmm.
at least if they can't get off, that's a dead Greenscale.
Yeah, it's a very dead green scale there. But yeah, it's just I mean this dragon is so Charos, I feel like on this map, I guess also specifically against a more melee heavy army like this, but this is just a dream for Charos being able to sit up on lava, hit squads as they come in. You've got Syvarris forcing them to come in.
Yeah.
I like it, and then you just like it just makes it awkward for VegiesDad to get rid of this big green mountain.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because I played in one of the Gen Con one of the years. I played Nilfheim with the Greenscales and Raelin.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't General Wars, so I was able to do that. But Nilfheim with Greenscales is very scary, so it's neat to see it. A more melee heavy build.
Right? Yeah. I mean like yeah, Nulf is like easily like I think the best green scale bonder. And then Braxis up there as well. But I do like Charos just in that like I mean just turning it into a big melee roller I think is really cool. Not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's a really cool army though.
And I mean, it still seems pretty solid. I mean, because
Right.
he's so hard to take. He's like the hardest figure to kill in the game,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. Being huge and having 9 life and 5 defense.
Right.
And for an army with this much melee, he doesn't even want to attack into him very much with his guys. So
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Order marker 2, fourth mass, and he's going pretty aggressive into lava, so they're like that's gotta mean that 3 is on fourth because he's gotta be going for a wait then fire play right there.
and he's and yeah. Is he
And then
dead?
he killed.
No, I was like, what happened there? Why is he moving him?
I'm not sure who he was trying. Oh, maybe that was supposed to be at Syvarris, and he couldn't quite click on him because Syvarris is underneath
Uh,
Charos as far as the layers go. Another unfortunate, awkward part of online Heroscape.
Gotcha. Oh, and he blocked though. He got 2 shields out of 2.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's kind of upsetting. Yeah, the dice aren't really going for VegiesDad's way right now. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Although he did get a few wounds on the dragon, but Raelin dying pretty quick didn't help.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like Raelin was. That forward play with Civ was really really good,
Oh, no.
but also a nice gamble.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Veggie missed. We're just talking about how the dice not going one way, but now they're.
Yep. I feel like it's always when you're talking about it too.
I expect lots of things to die to lava this turn, or at least take damage.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. Let's see, this is OM3, so that green scale is for sure on lava. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one right here.
Well, and he engages the fourth mass, so that fourth mass probably won't be leaving.
Yeah. Let's see how else he develops. It's interesting that he's also leaving that guy on lava too. Interesting.
Yeah, me just getting a nice little height attack in. But he's really not clustered that much around the dragon.
Yeah, I think that's
He just wants to get some attacks in, I think.
yeah, getting attacks in, tying up figures. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not terrible. Hopefully, like I think this one that's probably gonna die to fourth anyway right now. If this one dies to lava, then that's kind of sad, right? Because attack didn't go through, and you wanted to tie these figures up, but then it just gets burned.
Oh, they rolling for lava now, or no?
No, that was one attack on.
Oh, the fourth mass. The
Yeah,
fourth mass are going. They're just waiting firing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Charos just left the board again. Where'd he go? Wait, what?
Maybe they're trying to shoot at Syvarris, probably.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're on height. They got height on them. Yeah, that's a good shot. So VegiesDad is just thinking, get Syvarris off the table so I can run. So I'll be able to run the table later, which seems smart. Because I mean, the dragon's so hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a waste of your attacks. You know, like you're not gonna. I mean, that's 7 wounds. Like the odds of you being able to do that in any number of any reasonable number of turns is pretty low.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, might as well just go for the easy points since he left Syvarris out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
wow, that's
now
3 for 3 out of lava there.
Because before, like if Syvarris survives to the end game, I would give this game to Vegie. But now that Syvarris is gone, it's definitely looking a lot better for VegiesDad.
Right.
Even though he's losing some guys to lava here, but
yeah. So let's see. That'd be Vegie is down to 5 Greenscales though.
yeah, 5 Greenscales and 3 wounds on Charos. So.
Mm-hmm. And let's see.
Like I
6
said,
knights, 5 fourth. Yeah.
There's a lot of squad figures left. Although the order markers are going to get tricky. He's got a lot of knights left though. He's got 6 out of 8 knights left. I would say just pound away at the knight with the knights for a bit, even though you might be going into Counter-Strike. Try to get the Greenscales killed, and maybe get some boosted attacks from Sir Gilbert.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I kind of also wonder. So the strategic retreat is a play that I'm not the best at, but I do kind of wonder if like this is a place where you could like pull back Gilbert, pull back knights a little bit, and then then you're saying like, hey, I've got 4th, I'll shoot you all day if you try to stay up there, just to kind of like force Charos down onto like some even ground. Because if you get even ground knights versus Charos, I think that, I mean, obviously it gets a lot nicer for the knights. I think it like becomes an advantage for them even with 6 knights left and Gilbert.
Yeah, so it looks like his first turn he's playing with the mass, just taking some more weight than fire shots.
Hoping at a Greenscale, nice. Maybe.
But he didn't get any wounds on him, but...
Oh, there we go. So it looks like Vegie's plan is to do a bit of Greenscale hunting, so I wonder if... Or sorry, VegiesDad's... They're both start with Vegie, so...
yeah.
To distinguish. VegiesDad's plan is to like hunt Greenscales a little bit, so I wonder if Vegie hides like this Greenscale back behind the ruin just to keep that from happening.
Just so he saves his order markers?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because that always feels... I don't know. I feel like it feels bad either way, right? Like, because if you get sniped, then obviously that's awful. But
yeah, this is an interesting play. I like it.
Yeah,
kill that guy that's killing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he did not get the engagement strike, so I mean it was a safe play basically.
Yep.
And again, that way he's not tied down by Sir Gilbert anymore.
That's true, yeah.
But he had a disappointing attack. He got 2 out of 5 and got blocked.
Right. That very valiant 4th mass right there.
But I mean, I look at how far Sir Gilbert has to go to be useful, like,
right, yeah.
At this point, you might stick him on a glyph or something, It's like he's really out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to have to come around the back and to low ground or something, or...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if he goes this way, he gets mobbed, so he's got to, like, go around the other figures as well, and... Meanwhile, Charos is just still happy as pie. Not killing anything, but still just happy as pie. Okay, so
looks like he's thinking about what to... So he is pulling Sir Gilbert back. 2 symbols, so... that's enough to get a knight to get a really bad attack on Charos, which he probably won't. He's really been kind of protective of his knights. Maybe he's kind of saving them for later.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, like I said, he's still got 6 of them. Yeah, he's lost 2.
Yeah, that's really like that's pretty. I mean, I guess Syvarris has been like pinging
Raelin and
Raelin and 4th.
And the 4th.
But yeah, he has been avoiding like a big engagement with his knights, which I think is working out.
Yeah, but like I said, if he stays on height with the dragon, going to be hard to punch through that, especially if he kills Sir Gilbert. So that's probably why he's being more protective of Sir Gilbert now. Because he wants to be able to use his boost to attack into the and try to not get counterstruck, I think.
Yeah, I think that's... Ooh, nice, actually.
The only thing is here, if Charos kills that 4th mass, which he should do by the odds, he can then move those Greenscales onto that height spot.
Right.
So this could be pretty bad.
Yep, and he did it. He did it. Very much did it.
But you can see because of the water, no one's really going for the glyphs in this game, which is kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy is able to get height. And he's also within the aura, so he's going to be teching down with a 4-on-4, which is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Those are the kind of attacks that make me happy, at least. Well, okay, I guess it depends on which side I'm on, but...
Yeah. 0.
Yeah, and that makes me less happy, but you know. So let's see, that was order marker 2, so he's got one more turn to try to avoid lava death.
Yeah, interested to see what he does with Sir Gilbert here, because those knights are engaged, so he can't move through it with Sir Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of got to keep going around, or maybe just stay put.
Yeah, you could go there to boost that one.
Boost that attack, yeah. Or go to there and can maybe boost 2 of those attacks. Yeah. Well, I mean, because we're getting to the point too where he's getting dangerously low on Greenscales.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's only got 4 left, so if he kills those 2 with attacks, he's down to 2 guys left.
Right.
But you can see he's waffling on this one because he kind of wants to save Sir Gilbert from dying. So.
Yeah, and that's such a it's like such an odds play to go for that, because I mean I don't know what the odds are. That'd be 4v5s if he's attacking up there, and I don't know how likely that is to go through. Like, it seems decent, but like, especially when you're fighting for lava at the end of a round, it makes me nervous.
Yeah, he might not want to put everybody up there. But yeah, dispatch here, you can see it on display moving your 4th mass up.
Mm-hmm.
He's just got exactly 1 squad of them left. So this could come down to just Charos killing everything.
Yeah, it really could. Which, I mean, I'm sure, like, I've seen that before for sure. I'm sure you have too.
I had a game where I was playing against a kid. And I only lost the whole day when I was playing like Knights of Weston and like 3 or 4 squads. 3 or 4 squads of Knights, Nilfheim and Sir Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got demolished by someone's Charos. I was even using, I had like the common attack glyph. I was using height advantage. I was using Sir Gilbert and just rolling like crap and just had all my knights killed. I was like, well, how did this happen? How did this happen?
Yep. Sounds like, I mean, like, growing up, Charos was my brother's favorite figure, so I tried to go through him a lot of times, and a lot of times it did not work. So let's see, looking at this Charos placement, I wonder, kind of an awkward end of round for Vegie to...
Yeah, I mean...
Because don't want to commit too hard, but... Oh, okay. Oh, just going all the way in.
Well, maybe he's going to kill a 4th mass and try to get them below a squad. No, he went for a knight.
Yeah, that was a knight.
But still.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's just thinking about his wounds now and doesn't want to, and wants him to, because he's thinking his path to victory is the dragon. So he's just got to keep him alive now.
That definitely makes sense. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, I could definitely see that being the thing.
He's moving off of lava.
Wonder if he's still... I think I'd probably still go in right there.
And just try to tie those guys up. And
yeah, but then you've got like the 50% that the Greenscale dies anyway, and you don't have him tied up anymore, but yeah, so he's
just gonna run, yeah. But that makes that makes like VegiesDad's next turn a lot easier because he'll just know he can just pound on Charos.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh, except he loses both of those knights. Anyway, that's unfortunate.
ouch.
So
now
that's actually
he's down
huge.
to
That takes
3.
him from 5 to 3. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 knights and 4 fourth mass. So this is kind of the awkward thing about this army is that he's got his stuff all spread out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because every casualty really hurts now. So,
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
and especially with like 1/4 being tied up, that's a very big counter strike risk. And if he tries to let them fire, that's 2 3v6s and 1 3v5.
Yeah, I think he's probably hoping he just get height advantage on him this turn, like win the initiative. If VegiesDad wins initiative, that's really good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there he goes.
But he's on the 4th mass. I would have hoped the knights, but maybe he was worried if he lost initiative, he would have lost a knight or two, and then had less going on.
Right.
But what I would try to do is get that knight on top of the dragon. You know what I mean? Get onto that 3 height lava spot and just get him locked down.
Yeah, that'd be such a nice spot to go for. Let's see. Not exactly sure what the order was, but I think that last one was the Jason one. So yeah, it looks like he dodged the counter strikes. That's nice, at least.
Yeah. 1 out of 6, but he got him.
The classic. Oh, it's my chance to defend and swing the game, only to blink. So yeah, I mean, man, that was so. I think middle of last round, I was very, very confident in VegiesDad's army, and then just like a couple turns, like especially those knights on lava, that changed pretty quickly.
And again, we're in a really awkward situation where he's engaged those 2 4th mass, and he can't move his knights through there, so he has to go to the low ground to make attacks. So this is really awkward. Although he could use the Jandar's Dispatch to get the 4th mass away.
Oh.
And then put the knights in there. Like they could swing around and not even take leaving engagement strikes, but we'll see if he even gets any symbols. 4 symbols, wow. So he could. So he's running the knight toward the wound cliff. Maybe that's.
Oh, interesting.
I would do a goofy maneuver where I'd run those 4th mass around the back there and try to get my knights. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
and stick the knights in, but looks like he's using trying. So this is that river fording technique I talked about, where he was able to use the dispatch to put the guy in the water, and then on the knight's turn actually move them up.
Which is such a cool trick to be able to go with.
Yeah, I mean that Sir Gilbert's a really great figure.
Okay, so
but I think Vegies might be able to win this because he's still got 6 lives left. You know.
And it seems like VegiesDad is banking on end game being a knight on Wannock and then forcing Charos onto low ground in order to attack. Yeah. But that's not a great option. I mean, I think it's a good choice to take at this point in the game, but it's not the position you want to be in at all.
There's a big defense roll right here. Oof. 0 out of 4.
Yeah, man.
Because that was his last night, aside from the one by the glyph. So he's gonna run Sir Gilbert in, I guess, and try to move. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, 2 moves though.
Yeah. 1 symbol. But now he's just in an order marker nightmare type of situation.
Yeah.
His knight is actually pretty safe. So putting order markers on knights is actually not that bad for a while here. But every time he loses a 4th mass guy, he's gonna be in trouble. And I guess if Sir Gilbert dies, then putting order markers on the knights is kind of pointless too, which he might do here. 4 shields, what a block!
Very solid block, nice. checking out that forest. So yeah, now down to 1/4 as well.
Yeah, this is a great final match. This is the end of the tournament, right?
Yeah. This is the final game. So
Yeah, that's the thing I miss, about playing a live Heroscape tournament is that there would be tons of people standing around this table at this
right.
point if it was going long. Because sometimes other people's games would be shorter, and then they'd come by and just I'll be watching this one, hinged on what happens with the initiative roll.
Yeah. This
is a. Yeah, at this point, it's just going to come down to does Sir Gilbert get lucky? Because I think by numbers, I think he's dead, but we'll see.
Right. Yeah. If you can get another, if you can get another 2 wounds on Charos, granted,
Yeah.
still, another 2 lives that he still has to carve through. But oh no, wait, hang on, I'm doing math wrong. I can math.
Well, yeah, if you can get 2 more damage on, then the wound glyph will kill him. So maybe that was the right play, but I don't know.
2, 4, 5, 6. Or I wonder if he just goes 4th and puts it right here so that he can shoot it as it comes in. But Gilbert's also pretty healthy right now. I don't know.
You might have something weird happen where you actually kill a Greenscale here to change to end the order markers.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Like having Gilbert switch it up and kill Greenscales. But
nice block, right?
Yeah, but he can only kill 1 a turn. But
yeah, which isn't great. But that would also mean that Vegie can't knock off Wannock wounds with Greenscales. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. But
the Greenscales killed him. Is that what just happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably game, and that means my early prediction is going to be wrong. Oh, he's going to lava. Well, I guess he's just going to try to go for broke on the dragon.
Yeah, just try to deal as much damage as he can.
Interesting that his first order marker was on the mass. I don't think I would have expected that, but 0 out of 3 though. Not helping.
Yeah.
See, now he's just getting a little aggressive. Or he could put him on that 4 spot, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Sometimes you forget when you're flying where you can go. Okay.
There we go. All right, so just 1 night. We'll see if he can hold off for, let's see. With Wannock, it'll only take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. Okay.
3 up, 3 on 5. Got him. Nice game.
There we go.
Yeah. I think that early Syvarris play taking out Raelin was good. Even though it would have cost him development, I think maybe it had VegiesDad moved Raelin up to height, just right up there.
Like you were saying, yeah.
Because then Syvarris can't get height anymore, and she's going to be a lot harder to kill. Even though she did get 2 or 3 wounds right away. I don't know. That kind of depends on your initiative on the opening round too, and the fact that he got it with the opening Syvarris play was good.
Yeah, the 3 wounds on turn 1 really hurt, but I think I agree with you there. I think going in for a level 4 play, yeah, because I think if you know that Syvarris is going to be hitting you anyway, granted, you didn't know that Syvarris was going to be the first thing, but I think it's a safe enough guess that.
I think that's because of the map, because it was small enough that he could come out on turn 1. I think otherwise you might have seen him save Syvarris for later. But,
right. But yeah, coming up here would have bought him, just a few turns, maybe let him move a little. Probably wouldn't have changed much on the whole because Raelin died before she could really protect anything anyway. But
right, yeah, didn't really come into play, but she did distract stuff because, like we said, he had a lot of knights for a while. Because that could have been other things dying, or could have been more time getting Greenscales up. If Raelin were in the picture. But it's kind of the funny thing. I always wonder, how powerful Raelin truly is, because if she's in every army, she's going to lose half the time, right?
Yeah, that's just stats right there.
you know. And
That's
it's like, you know, I I don't think my record with Rail. I'd have to look at my. I used to keep track of like what my record was with all the different units, but I don't know if my Raelin record was any better than my general record. You know, but I used her an awful lot.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting to look up. Now I kind of want to do that. I already get a little spreadsheet happy sometimes, and so now I kind of want to do that too.
and take a look at how Raelin does. You know,
mm-hmm.
but I mean, yeah, I mean, she didn't do a whole lot this game, but I think it's because of the small map and Syvarris was able to get out there and put wounds on her really quick.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that was a good call because, like, even though he gets fewer attacks, because you could get up to 4 attacks with Greenscales and Charos, kind of makes you think. I mean, just like I guess that's what kind of made this army work is the fact that he had a ranged look for this army,
Mm-hmm.
um, to kind of force things certain ways.
Yeah, because
Because I mean, what does he do if he just has more Greenscales here? He just
mm-hmm.
runs in and runs into a meat grinder of Raelin and whatever.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, and I think if that was just one or two, even 2 more squads of Greenscales, he might have lost just because he wouldn't have had that type of construction.
Yeah, like suddenly you can't snipe Raelin and you can't like force the battle as much, and so yeah, suddenly Raelin fourth becomes very, very good against that.
Yeah. So,
But
um,
yeah, I will say actually, and just like again, I put lots of stuff in the description below. So if you're watching this, or like even Jexik, I don't know if you've checked out the battle report thread from this event, but I know Vegie did write a battle report for this game, like for a lot of
oh,
the
cool.
games he played, but for this game specifically.
Yeah.
And he talked a lot about his army composition and how he felt that uh, like Charos was a really, really good pick in this format, specifically because of the lack of commons, and so you didn't have quite all as many commons to throw at him, and then also just
Mhm.
like the importance of Syvarris there to be able to just like compensate for what the Greenscales are lacking.
Yeah. I mean, definitely seems like it worked. And if you
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, just like, and they're just like a good shield for him, or a good screen for
Yeah, yeah,
Syvarris. Like, because they're not going to want to get too close to him. I mean, to Karos, or you can
right.
get him into spots, or just have him occupy real estate. Like he was just up there on that hill that nobody could go to for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and
And like effectively
yeah,
just blocked off this whole half of the map really with the way this one is designed. Like we saw a couple knights come up here, but I mean I think VegiesDad knew throwing them in there that they were kind of just there to try to get some wounds in on Greenscales, but beyond that, not
yeah,
much hope, probably. But yeah, I mean this is a really good game. I really enjoyed this one, and yeah, super glad you were able to cast it with me, Jexik. This is a really cool, really
yeah.
really good one.
Thanks for having me, and yeah, maybe I'll do another one in the future.
That'd be awesome. I'd be super glad to have you on again. Um, I mean, really, really cool to be able to talk and like hopefully for the listeners as well, be able to hear from one of the like the OG legends of Heroscape. It's awesome. But yeah, so thank you again. For the viewers, I guess you're probably watching this instead of, well, you might just be listening. Anyway, um, for those of you, viewing or listening to this, um, just just a few reminders of what I've got for this online con stuff. I've got tons of links in the description below. There will be links to Jexik's threads, what's in an order marker, power rankings, that kind of stuff. There will also be a link to the battle report thread where you can find Veggie's report on this very game, as well as other games in the tournament. And I will also have a link to Filthy's slash let's see, Infected Sloths, no wait, sorry, ISB3's Twitch channel. They actually casted this game as well. They were able to do it live, which was really cool. I watched it, and then I forgot like all the details of the game, so I didn't know who won, but I forgot like all the details of the game. But it was a really good cast. I remember like really liking the discussion they had. So that's another thing you can check out. Again, I will be like pumping out more videos from online con because I think I'm about halfway done at this point. But you don't have to wait for that. You can always like check out more cool resources right now, and it's a cool time for it. And so Before we sign off, Jexik, do you have anything you'd like to, I don't know, say to the viewers? I don't know, messages, things you'd like to plug, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you're already gonna link some of my old articles and stuff, so I don't want to bog people down with stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get a little link happy, so... So yeah, but yeah, definitely check out Jexik's stuff. Again, thank you so much for doing this with me. This is a really, really cool opportunity, so I'm really glad you were able to make it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, thank you for joining, Jexik, as well as viewers. We'll see you guys next time, and this will be 10 points under and out.